Hi there, it's Jack from the Roofing Professionals Westside here in Strathfield, and it's 2015. And I'm just going to take a look at the new building laws that have come into effect on January the 15th. There are a whole range of changes to the building law. There are two elements that affect the type of work we do in the roof repair and roof replacement business. The first one is a definition of what's called a major defect, because major defects are still covered by the 6-year home warranty insurance, whilst minor defects are only covered by 2 years. So there's been a bit of argument about what is covered and what hasn't been covered. So now the law has got a definition of what a major defect is. And the second law that affects the things we do is the lifting of the threshold for unlicensed work from $1,000 to $5,000. And that has a much bigger impact on the general building household type work, especially in the work that we do in the roof repair and roof replacement business. Now, in terms of major defects, if you've had a house built and you've got a leak, that qualifies as a major defect, because one of the conditions is that it's got to be a structural element, and two, it's got to be something to do with waterproofing. So in theory, if you've got a fairly new house, you should be covered. In reality though, a lot of homeowners will find that they have a lot of difficulty chasing builders, especially the dodgy builders. And after a long period, they finally give up and they use the services of someone who is a lot more qualified to do the repair work. That's when we usually get called in to do the work that the builders either don't do or they don't know how to do. So the new law, whilst it gives you a definition of whether a roof leak is a major defect or not, and whether it's covered under the 6-year home warranty insurance, it may not help you at all if your builder is not a good builder. Now, the second change, where the threshold for unlicensed general building work has been lifted up to $5,000, affects you a lot more, simply because one school of thought is that it's going to bring in a lot more tradespeople or so-called tradespeople into the building game, and they don't have to be licensed for any work that is under $5,000. Now, in our experience in the roof repair and roof replacement work over the last few years, our average job cost is about $3,500. So that means that in theory we can go and do most of our work without a license, and so can a lot of other people with the new law. So the question is, will more homeowners be caught out by this new law? And the answer, my answer is, I think so, because now you have in the local papers, in the yellow pages, a lot more people advertising for work that they don't need a license for, and they comply with the new law, obviously. And what it means is that there's a whole bigger range for people to choose from, and their dilemma is that they don't really know whether the people who are advertising are any good or not. So is there a solution for the general homeowner to traverse this minefield created by the new laws? Consumer protection laws have worked just a little bit in the past, and I don't think they'll work too well in the future. Instead, they'll be replaced by the power that is now available to the consumer, to the general homeowners. And this is because in a more connected world, most people can do a lot of research on a service provider before they actually part with their hard-earned money. And Google is the best tool around for most people. I use Google a lot whenever I make a purchase, and you can do the same thing. So what is the solution for you, for me, with the new building laws? Well, the power is in your hands. Do your research. It's quite easy for anyone, and I urge you to do it, and hopefully you'll be able to find good service, and that's the name of the game. So thanks. This is Jack from the Roofing Professionals saying cheerio, and we'll see you next time. Bye.